Seattle's first goal of the night comes courtesy of Eeli Tolvanen, Yanni Gourde, and Jamie Oleksiak just 40 seconds into the first period. Now, the key to this play is speed. Just prior of the scoring sequence, Arizona's Travis Dermott had rushed into the offensive zone and put a weak shot up on Joey Daccord. Daccord makes the save and dumps the puck off into the corner, and that's where this play begins. As soon as the puck is loose, all 5 Kraken skaters, and you can see it on the replay, all 5 Kraken skaters turn their heads and begin to transition up and out of the zone. Yanni Gourde immediately scoots up and out of the zone, speeding down the ice to make himself available in the neutral zone for a pass, which ends up coming from the stick of Jamie Oleksiak, who used 2 small bumps of his stick, bumps of the puck, whatever you want to call it, to get the puck up and out of the zone, and then to put the puck on Yanni Gourde's stick for the ensuing breakaway. Seattle was able to take advantage of this play because Travis Dermott was one of the 2 defensemen on the ice for Arizona, and because he had just shot the puck, he was all the way down below the face-off circles on the far side of the zone. With Arizona's defensive pairing basically out of commission, Seattle's got free real estate all the way from their blue line to the goal line. And once they're able to get out of the zone, it's smooth sailing from there. Eeli Tolvanen and Yanni Gourde are 2 strong passers and finishers with great chemistry reignited for this game because they're back on the same line. And we've seen Gourde make a lot of these back and forth plays. He knows exactly the kind of passing that's needed to bait a goaltender into committing to a save for a wide open net. The Coyotes respond with a little under 14 minutes to go in the first period, courtesy of Matias Maccelli, and this really isn't a great goal to give up. There's not a lot to say about it. Seattle has 3 skaters in the defensive zone surrounding Maccelli, so there's no shortage of defense to stop him, but a lackadaisical backcheck, if any, from one of those skaters, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, prevents much from being done to get in the way of his shot. And as we know, if Maccelli's getting the puck and he's getting a lane, then he's putting it in the back of the net. Maccelli recorded a 17.4% shooting percentage last season with the Arizona Coyotes in 5-on-5, and it's no surprise that he's able to score again tonight. It's worth noting that Adam Larsson may have screened goaltender Joey Daccord on this play, but it really doesn't make a lot of difference because the defensive effort from Seattle was so weak and so inadequate that Maccelli probably would have scored regardless. Arizona takes a lead early in the second period, courtesy of the power play. Now, Seattle has now allowed a power play goal in 5 straight games, 10 in their last 7, and this is a sequence that can be traced as far back as a slow change off the ice a few seconds prior from Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. He blocked a shot and couldn't stay on the ice, decided to just commit to the change, but Arizona was already pushing back into the O-zone by the time he was completely off the ice. When Arizona scores, Seattle does have their allotted 4 men on the ice, but the problem is that Bellemare's shift had come at a kind of an awkward point, and Jared McCann really wasn't ready to get back up on the ice and get back into this position by the time Arizona was set up and ready to take chances, which they do get a few of before they finally end up scoring. On the passing plays leading up to that goal between Nick Schmaltz and Clayton Keller, McCann is clearly late to close off their passing lane, and he looks desperate trying to get his stick in the way. As a result, an out-of-position PK gives Keller, an already strong shooter, a clear lane to shoot, and Barrett Hayton's able to tip it in. Seattle's able to tie the game a minute later thanks to Justin Schultz, Matty Beniers, and Jordan Eberle. Now, this is a play that sees 2 down-on-the-luck skaters record a point and a defenseman score his 4th point in as many games. Talk about offense from unlikely places. But it's really not that surprising. Beniers and Eberle, who recorded the assists on Schultz's goal, are both top 5 on the team in expected goals and have both been the most unlucky players on the team in terms of PDO. They're creating offense as strongly as they have been known to, they just aren't capitalizing on it. Although the goal ends up being kind of soft, it had only a 2.5% chance of scoring, Matty Beniers demonstrates his offensive IQ with a great low-to-high pass to set Schultz up. It's a respectable play, and I'm sure Schultz will take it. The Kraken and the Coyotes stay tied for the remainder of the second period until Seattle takes a lead early on the power play in the third. Jaden Schwartz, Matty Beniers, and Tolvanen collaborate to get this one done, and this play sees Jaden Schwartz extend his point streak to 7, and both Beniers and Tolvanen record their 2nd points of the night. On the power play, we've got Schwartz net front, Beniers, Yamamoto, and Tolvanen through the middle and Dunn at the point, and the key here is puck movement. Before the shot, the puck is passed from Dunn to Tolvanen to Beniers, who dusts it off, shoots, and then Schwartz is able to tip it in. On this play, we're getting two pretty abrupt changes of direction, from high to low and then cross slot, and then three if you want to count Beniers aiming for Ingram's glove side, the far side of the ice. Honestly, had Beniers not hesitated, that puck might have just scored, but Ingram overcommits anyways, which keeps the scoring chance alive for Jaden Schwartz. This is a great example of the power play doing what it's supposed to be doing, because Seattle is fluid and strategic in the kind of pre-shot moves that they're implementing, which is how you leverage a man advantage and create chances when speed, the transition, and the rush aren't at your disposal. Seattle's third period lead doesn't last long, and Arizona is able to come back and tie it on the power play thanks to Clayton Keller, Nick Schmaltz, and Sean Durzi. The good news is that the majority of Arizona's goals were scored on the power play, which speaks to Seattle's ability to quiet them offensively at 5-on-5. By the end of the night, Seattle was able to control 58.68% of the total shot quality generated. Bad news is that this goals give me some deja vu. It comes from the same handful of skaters in the same setup as the Coyotes' last power play goal against the same Kraken penalty killing unit. And it's a response goal, scored 42 seconds after the Kraken had taken the lead. It speaks to the Kraken's penalty kills' lack of success as of late. This back and forth passing play between Schmaltz and Keller is quite literally the exact same way that they scored on the power play earlier. If it isn't broke, don't fix it, right? But what we're learning from this is that Seattle's penalty kill is definitely broke and is definitely in need of fixing, and they should stop doing the same thing. This time around, we can't blame the goal on a bad shift or out of position skaters because everybody was on time and everybody was in position. The penalty kill just looks bad. Nobody's moving, sticks are static, and because the penalty kill is so passive, the Coyotes know that they'll be able to run the same exact play that they had earlier because they won't be challenged. All in all, it hasn't been a great night for Belmar, especially defensively, and the penalty kill definitely looks like it's missing Brandon Tanev right now.